archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having a Talos Principle 2 adventure. And, I don't know how I'm going to cut this yet. Look how surprised that snail is. Speaking of just disappearing for no reason, let's press the play button. My computer crashed. Well, the game crashed and the OBS crashed in the last stream. You can see I was doing some testing because what I've done is okay, I'll explain what happened first. Let's load up this. So yes, it turned off, my snail program turned off, the OBS and the Talos Principle just crashed, and it went to my desktop, and I was like, okay, I'll reset the computer. And of course, the thing about resetting the computer is when you turned on Talos Principle, it said, hey, you got an AMD graphics card, maybe you want to update those settings. And I had already updated those settings, but I hadn't reset the computer, so I thought resetting the computer might help with that as well. And then my computer did not turn on. And I was like, whoa, shit, is my motherboard fucked? Is the graphics card fucked? So I unplugged my graphics card from within the PC, and I tried plugging in the onboard graphics card. I don't know if it's got one, but it's got those ports. I couldn't really get a screen. I plugged back the graphics card back in, well, I put the power back in, and then the PC turned on. But I was still a little bit worried. So I decided to buy a new graphics card. I spent 400 quid, which not super happy about, but like now I now have access to ray tracing, which I don't think this game does. It does do I've put it on auto detect. It does do DLSS and DLAA, and what's that? Anyway, it says a bunch of things, doesn't it? It's all on medium, actually. Oh, how high does this game go? What happens if I... Oh, I pressed the button. Oh, I shouldn't have pressed the button. What happens if I just put it on ultra? That's... Oh, don't put it on ultra. That was a terrible idea. It's looking fine to me, but I'm looking at the stream, and the stream doesn't look confident in that. That's interesting. Let's put it back onto what'd you call it? It's on video, John. Let's auto detect all this. The game thinks I should be on medium. I'm happy to go medium. Which I'll do. Right trigger. We'll go back. We'll resume. I can't really tell the difference. I'm not an aficionado, though. But I can tell you the stream looks a lot better now. That's interesting. That might be, though. So I've also changed the settings, so I'm now uploading slightly higher quality, because now I can use NVIDIA. I was on an AMD card. I had a Vega 56. Now I'm on a 460 Ti, which is a somewhat controversial card, but fuck it. It was within my price range, and I did some research, and it seemed like the good balance. I could have got one for 300. I went a bit higher than that, but no higher. But so now I'm uploading higher quality. So it might have been that the game was streaming fine, but my streaming quality wasn't great because of reason. Anyway, sorry about that. You probably don't care about any of that, but Talos Principle made me buy a new graphics card, so I felt like I could get away with talking about it. Do we even want to do this puzzle? Because like my last attempt was like really weird. So we need the jammer. So we have this platform. We have a double who's in there already. My plan was just to use the jammer above the wall. The difficulty with that is there a box? Did I see a box and just... Box would solve a lot of this. No, we used the box last time. Okay, I think I might have been overthinking it though. No, because how do we put the box on him? Okay, you just put the box on him by going up there, don't we? Let's assume I was massively overthinking this. No, this is... We're just doing the same plan. I could do with a little bit more juicing. I don't want to take control, I want to take the box. It really does feel like the only plan, but it doesn't make sense. The fact it falls off should tell me everything I need to know, to be honest, but... Okay, I can't see shit, so we're gonna... Okay, if this works immediately, I'll be happy, but I'll be in... Yeah. Oh, hang on, there's a button that does this, isn't there? Cool. Fuck. That worked really well. Oh, I wish this game had a fucking rewind button sometimes. Oops. You've just got to do it really quickly, which doesn't make me confident in the core idea. gotta go like here. Motherfucker, I got that all working. And I'm trapped. Dagnammit. Then that's clearly wrong. But the fact that I got that idea to work, I can't believe I never considered that that would not work. Right, new plan. It's basically the same plan. Yeah. Often a little easier. It was snow. Stays longer when it's only got one. I made the rules, it's just how it works. Can we switch? Damn. No! Fuck! That can't be right because that's such an awkward way of even making the tower. I don't think it's high enough, but we'll try. Wait. Am I... Okay, I might have been thinking about this all wrong. Fuck's sake. There we go. I mean, I should have known, because that was a really dumb way of trying to attempt that puzzle.
I can't imagine spending years in such a desolate place. For what? Science? Enlightenment? I'd much rather be back home in New Jerusalem.
I think it's beautiful in its own way. But I don't understand how our ancestors could survive here. They were so fragile. Imagine getting stuck out here in the cold. I wonder if there are wolves.
It's kind of a miracle biological humans lasted as long as they did.
On Cornelius, from the personal reminiscences of Mictu 166, there are some people whose true importance you don't notice. Okay, we read that one already.
that life is inherently valuable. If we think that other species are worth preserving, and we recognize that most of the universe is barren, then it follows that we have a duty not only to defend life, but to spread it. If life is the most valuable thing in the universe, then perhaps, in a sense, the cosmos itself is depending on us to do this. Like birds carrying seeds to uninhabited islands. Maybe that's our role in the galactic ecology.
Okay, so I've not read The Three Body Problem, because that's a famous sci-fi book, right? But I know what the three body problem is. So if we have a planet or a sun, some sort of massive object that generates a gravitational pull, and we can calculate, you know, gravity based on that. If we have two massive objects, let's say a sun and a moon, or two planets or two suns, we can calculate the effect, the gravitational, like, because imagine they're moving as well. We can detect the gravitational forces between those two things. When you had three bodies, then we have no fucking clue. That's really difficult mathematically speaking. It's known as the three body problem. This is apparently known as the two body problem. I suspect no gravity will be involved in this. Created a hole though. We need a blue laser. It seems like quite a big puzzle. I mean, I'll put it there because I feel like I'm missing a component. We need a red laser to get that out. Oh. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. Or physically possible. So we apparently need two. I'm not really sure what this does, but I need two of them. What does this do? Oh. Okay, so there is a blue laser. We won't worry about the blue laser for a while because obviously we're going to struggle to get the blue laser. Obviously I know that there's two bodies. Lovely. Okay, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Wonderful. I've received a private message. 1K, my name is Helga. Doug, our friend in common, thinks it might be fun for us to chat. Yes, I was interested to meet too. I'd like to connect with people with the imagination to see the world without insisting it fit inside whatever boxes they hold in their heads. Powers that be in New Jerusalem tend to think they know things that ought to be. They set themselves these intractable goals, then take them so seriously they forget to enjoy what comes of them. I just want everyone to enjoy themselves. Sounds like fun! Every time I catch a glimpse of the truth, looks a little different. I can't see your face, but I sense you're full of questions. Have it. I mean, my face looks just like yours, Helga. How are you? If I were a book, there'd be a shopkeeper on the front cover. You should drop by when you're next in town. We've got some exciting new stock. Why are you? Straight to the big question, sir. I knew I was going to like you. Why are you? Why is anything? Why? You know what? How when you zoom in on something, you always find its opposite. Curved lines become straight points, single points. You see colors and hear sounds, but when you really look at it, it's ones and zeros. Just when you think you've got it, you zoom into the binary, and there's fractions in betweens. That's why two poles are the same thing, just doing a dance just because they can. Where are you? The heart of the city, not much footfall right now, so I'm taking a moment to enjoy Chansey's gardens. I want to know what you want with me. I have the sneaking suspicion your expedition will bring great change to New Jerusalem. I just want you to approach it with an open mind and a kind heart, and regale me with stories of adventure when you come home. It all sounds like fun, and whatever you do, I'm going to put some cleaned up with the people back home. That sounds like fun too. I make a point of never telling anyone how to live their lives, but I will make one request. Please don't share what I've told you the city just yet. I have to consider my business reputation. People are such better customers when they think they know what you're selling. So what do you think? We're going to be friends? Yes, let's. How sweet. Well, usually there's a bit more of a ceremony. Nothing fancy, just some rituals where you eat a live bat and vibrate some cat's guts at the frequency of the gate of the 9th dimension. But we'll have to wait until you're next in the city. In the meantime, welcome to the Coven. Wait, is this some sort of secret society? It makes things terribly organized, and they're just organized terribly, if at all. So no, it's not a secret society, it's just a society that contains people who know secrets. Is there a secret handshake? No, but I can give you a randomly generated code phrase. Majestic dashing hamsters. Are there others? Of course, everyone in the city is a member of the Coven in some way or another. Most of them don't even realize it. But everyone knows a few new words of magic. Are there rules? Only if it helps, dear. Don't get me wrong, some patterns of behavior work more reliably than others. Helga is a very witchy name as well, but I know better than to try to write them down. Thank you, stay in touch. Cool. I made a friend. Yippee! No, I want to keep buying. To go to number 7.
Everything okay?
Did you know the founder?
I sure did. Not as well as Byron, but she was still around when I was born. I remember she came and talked to me after New Alexandria, told me how sorry she was. I never blamed her for that. It wasn't her responsibility.
What was New Jerusalem like when you were born?
A lot busier than it is now. My most defining memory is that it was extremely noisy, because something was always being built. Got annoying after a while.
What do you think of body replication tech?
It seems like something that could very quickly get out of control. You know that saying about good intentions? If we can solve problems by just making more people, how long before people just become a problem-solving tool?
That is a very good point. So, because there's terrible, terrible implications of that phrase, and I appreciate him saying it. What do you think of Miranda's? But my issue is, of course, scale again. More people is like, yeah, that's so. Some more people. Let's try more people and see what happens. Like that is. I'm still not necessarily getting the space to communicate. That's how I feel. Yeah, let's test the waters. What do you think of Miranda's idea that it's our duty to spread life?
Our ancestors thought they could introduce new species to existing ecosystems, and it never turned out well.
I don't think that applies to places where there's no life, like other planets.
There's no life there now, but you can't see the future. You might be wiping out a whole ecosystem that hasn't even gotten started yet.
Yeah, but that's a whole can of beans. Just making predictions on like weird hypotheticals that don't exist. But the hypothetical non-existent people have been murdered. It's like, I don't know if we should worry so much about them unless there's like a really obvious path to them. Like, we know that there's going to be grandchildren of existing people. Those are hypothetical people that we should take care of. But like hypothetical people on a dead planet that we don't know if it's going to seed life. I don't know. I feel like that's jumping a little too far forwards. Tell me about New Alexandria.
For some reason, we'd convinced ourselves that New Jerusalem wasn't enough, that we needed another city. We thought it would be easier the second time around. All it takes is a little bit of arrogance and a little bit of ignorance, and people die.
That's all. Is this the lab? I just want to try it with full graphics one more time. Okay, so it's basically running smoothly. I don't know if it is on the stream. I'm just gonna look over. I don't know, I'm gonna have to check the stream back. But yeah, look, I'm looking at the glowing from the windows. It's the lighting. That looks pretty neat, I won't lie. Alright, let's turn it back down again. Yeah, that's interesting. So it is there, but there is an intrinsic glowiness that's not appearing. That's interesting. Huh. From Quentin to Athena, dear founder, I never got to know you. People tell all these stories about you, and I don't know what to believe. Some people say ask Cornelius. Others say Cornelius is too blinded by grief. Some say Byron stands for the truth. Others say he's fanatic and a radical, and we shouldn't listen to the mayor. That doesn't seem like the way of getting the straight answer. Lots of numbers. Why did you abandon us to this chaos? Why can't you come back and sort it out if you're reading these messages? Don't you care? For Dame, dear founder, thank you for everything you did for us. I'm grateful for the life I have, which would not exist without you. Hope you, wherever you are now, you are at peace. It's the Noma. Maybe God was just trying to make an apple pie from scratch. QFT fails to account for this. Must be else. That's Carl Sagan quote. It isn't just a nothing phrase either. It's in order to make an apple pie, one must first have an entire universe. It's a very elegant way of essentially saying that, like, very simple things that you take for granted require billions of years worth of evolution and a set of, like, intrinsic rules. It's like Carl Sagan.
This looks like it has something to do with energy generation. Am I reading this right?
So I'm gonna I want to see what this looks like, this scene here. Yeah, okay. Let's turn it off. I mean, it's just... I feel like I might be able to... like, subtly... What's this? Yeah, we obviously want that. I don't think that's a thing. Okay. That feels like... We'll try that, because I think that's like... That's the bit we want to see, right? I want to subtly improve those lighting effects. I'm just doing this because I'm trying to see, like, how it looks. Yeah, okay, that looks quite good. What happens if I turn that to full? Not seeing any issues over here. I reckon I could get away with going on high. This seems to be running fine. I can't see any issues on the stream either. See, that looks quite neat. The way the blue light is down there as well. Cool. We'll have to see. We'll have to check. I meant to go this way. Ooh. Just look at that scene. I'm just going to turn the graphics to the bottom. I'll get my money's worth. Oh, look at that! No colors for you. I'm just gonna shake it and see what it looks like on the stream. And then I'm gonna turn it to full because... No, let's turn it to high. And we'll look at the screen. I know, just... I'm gonna need to watch the stream back, that's the problem. If I click off... Right, there's a little bit of faffing about with my graphical settings. I have settled on medium graphics, but with like the global illumination turned to high. So I can have this cool orange glow that happens when you do that. From the ray tracing, and I can get this effect. And I'm gonna have to just watch the video back to see how well that works. But the stream just doesn't seem quite as smooth. It's not looking so bad now, actually. Anyway, from Belzazan. Oh, great and sacred founder, I believe that I've discovered the truth that our so-called leaders have hidden from us. This absurd and sacrilegious goal they have us working towards, the hubristic completion day foolishness, was never your true intent. Even this abomination of a city calls itself New Jerusalem is a deception. Why would you want us to return to the sinful ways of our ancestors, strangling living soil with steel and concrete? No, it was when you and the first companions lived humbly among the splendours of Gaia, having no need for this wasteful ostentation, inherited from our weak and decadent ancestors, that you showed us the true path. After all, why would the progenitor have given us such hardy bodies if she intended us to live in unearned luxury? From the very first, we were built to be free from pride and material excess. Your teachings have been obscured and perverted by ideologues, worst of all by the traitor Byron, who was once a son to you. But you should know that there are still those of us who remember the truth and await the blessed day of your return. Surely justice will be meted out, and humanity will finally return to its intended path. Hallowed be your name. Era to Miranda. As you continue your reading, there's a useful concept that I'd like to keep you to keep in mind: the thought-terminating cliche. This is a type of phrase, often a slogan or a saying, that sounds meaningful but is really intended to make you stop thinking. To pick an example from our history, someone in the simulation might say it's the will of Elohim, or it serves the process, and would be that case closed. But who knows how many iterations never advance further because they just stop thinking at the point. Do note, however, that a thought-terminating cliche is not the same as a lie. It may well contain elements of the truth, but those elements are used to keep you from questioning the whole set of assumptions that come with it, which may be particularly or totally false. This often takes form of appealing to something you care about. We must protect X. X is a nation, a philosophy, a public order, or even the planet itself. But while you may agree with that element, all kinds of assumptions may be included about how to protect something, or who to protect it from, or what the end goal of protecting protecting it is. If you stop there just because you agree with the surface level statement, the results may be the opposite of everything you wanted, like those who chose to serve Elohim and in so prevented him from achieving his true purpose. Cool. This is very pretty with the lights doing this. One eye. We're going to 7. See the pop in, and see the anti-aliasing.